What's going on, folks? This is Coach Marcus for Pro Fan Talk, and I just got finished watching that Thursday night matchup, Pittsburgh at Cleveland. I thought it was going to be a bore fest. I really did, and it turned out to be a really damn good game. If you were to just look at the stats, you would think that Pittsburgh just took this game over, but Cleveland found a way to win. Jameis Winston outplayed Russell Wilson in the fourth quarter. And Russell Wilson did not play bad. He did not play bad. Russell Wilson ended up 21 of 28, 270 yards, and a touchdown. He had a couple turnovers. I think he had a fumble. Jameis Winston had a fumble and a pick. But where it counted the most in the red zone, Pittsburgh could not get anything done. They couldn't get anything done. And the Browns did. If you looked at the stats, so rushing, Pittsburgh ended up, as a team, ended up with 120 yards rushing. No one player really got off. Warren had 45 yards. Najee Harris had 41 yards. Justin Fields ran for 26 yards, almost took one to the house. Russell Wilson scrambled for 3 yards. So collectively, they had 120 for the Cleveland Browns. 85 yards total. 59 from Chubb, 19 from Ford, and 7 from Jameis Winston. So neither team really just exploded in the run game, but collectively, Pittsburgh Steelers did a better job pounding it on the ground. Like I said, Russell Wilson was 21 for 28 for 270. Jameis Winston's 18 for 27 for 219 and a pick. And he threw a pick. Russell Wilson was 116 QB rating. Jameis Winston was only 76. But Jameis Winston converted when they had to convert. In the red zone, he found a way to get in the end zone. Period. Jerry Jeudy had a game, 6 receptions for 85 yards. Atkins had 3 for 38. Moore had 3 for 21. Tillman had 2 for 28, and a bunch of people with 1 catch. And Freiermuth, 59 yards. Pickens had 48 yards. Austin had 78 yards. 3 catches, 78 yards. Warren had 3 for 19. So there was nobody on either team that just went nuts. Jerry Jeudy with the 85 yards, that's as close as you're going to get. But he had a stretch where he caught 3 passes on a drive, and you thought he would have taken them all the way down the field. But that was only, at that point, he had only had 3 catches for 39 yards. So even with that, the Pittsburgh Steelers win that battle. They win that battle. You had an interception. You had 2 fumbles. 1 you lost, 1 you recovered. And Cleveland's defense made plays when they had to make plays. But statistically speaking, Pittsburgh should have won that game. They had every opportunity, and for whatever reason, and again, Russell played well. They just could not get in the end zone when it counted, when it mattered the most. And Cleveland did. Jameis Winston outplayed Russell Wilson. Plain and simple. So, the time of possession was 35 minutes and 2 seconds to 24 minutes, 58 seconds. So, 10 minutes, a 10-minute difference in the time of possession, and they lost. So you never know, man. You never know. You gotta play 4 quarters. You never know what's gonna happen in these games. It started out a clear, cold night. By the end of it, it was a damn blizzard, where you couldn't even see the lines on the field. I know at some point, Russell Wilson was having problems seeing the Pittsburgh Steelers players because their white jerseys in that snowstorm just was not an easy thing to get over. It just wasn't. and they lost out on a couple of plays, and the Browns just outplayed them. Myles Garrett was all over the place. Myles Garrett had 3 sacks. He could not be stopped. I believe he caused the forced fumble. He had a strip sack. Delpit had 10 tackles. Thornhill had 7. Myles Garrett, 5 combined tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. He was killing them tonight. Killing them. He was using that offensive tackle from Pittsburgh, 75. I forget what his name is, but he was giving that boy troubles all night, man. They couldn't stop him. Could not stop him. But again, it's so weird because Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson played well. Just couldn't get him in the end zone when it counted, when it mattered most. So, good job by the Browns. That was good. That puts the Browns at 3-8, and the Steelers at 8-3. So not too much ground made up, but good win for the Browns. Something to build a little confidence going into the back half of the season, because they need all the help they can get at 3-8 now. So they gotta stack some wins. So good game tonight, fun game with the snowstorm and the blizzard coming in there. It's time for teams in the NFL to get ready to play in the elements, because it's starting to get cold, and when it's rainy or when it's snowing, that is bad for business. And if you are not prepared, it's going to be hell to pay. So we'll see what's going to happen in the league this week. Stay tuned for more information from Pro Fan Talk. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.